It's the week of Christmas, and today is Yoga Chill. I hope someone, if you are watching, I am so glad you're here, and thank you so much for tuning in. So let's take this time so close to Christmas, so close to the moment of serenity and joy, that we bring family together and we forget all the other problems, all the other issues. This is a moment that universally people get together. Doesn't matter if whatever you believe in, is a moment to regroup and come together in union for peace, for love, and especially this year that has been very different from anything that we've been through. So it's Yoga Chill. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I'm very far away from the phone, so let me see who's saying hi. Let's see who is here with me. Hi Monica. Hi Christine. Hi guys. Thank you for being here. So it's our Yoga Chill. It's our Yoga Chill right before Christmas. Who is ready to do this? If you have anything that you want to work more today, let me guess. Christine, shoulders, neck, shoulders. Well, we're going to do a little bit of everything. We're going to open. So when we open the body, the mind can clear up and we have less distractions, so we can really pay attention in our heart, just blossoming and opening with so much joy that life should bring. And I know some people, or sometimes us, we just see all the problems, we just see the issues, we just keep focusing in the little things that it just brings more power and takes more of our power away. So let's focus on the beauty and the love today. So I'm asking, and I'm so excited to be here, centering with you guys. Let's see who else. If Christine said something. Yes. Hi, Janine. Janine, any requests for today? Janine hardly ever she requests anything, right, Janine? All right, guys, we're gonna start. We're gonna start by doing some spinal movement. And the good stuff about having the class later at night, because your body is more open already, so it's easier to get to the places that I am wanting you to open, so it's a little easier instead of really early in the morning. So let's bring our hands to our knees, hands to knees. We're gonna roll the shoulders. Yes, you see, I have some Christmas friends here, some light, and of course some candles. We're gonna start here, guys. We're gonna start by rotating. Remember that I call this, the pelvic floor, I call the basin, and the torso, the spoon, that you're trying to go all around the bowl with the back of the spoon, trying to touch it. Just with your finger, you're doing this. You're rotating the spoon around the bowl. So that's what you're trying to create here. And this action actually engages a lot of muscles, even if it feels like it's so easy, but also softens and massage. Some people, because they have very tight, they think they have very tight low back or very tight hamstrings, and actually those can cause pain in your sit bones, okay? So giving a nice massage for your bottom, it's a good thing. And we start to rotate. We're also opening the spine, giving some space to every single bone in our backs. And then we're going to take a few more, also creating a little fire. And then go into the opposite side. And as you know me, I always recommend you to close your eyes to do this. Alright, keep on moving, connecting with your beautiful breaths. Notice if you can get deeper. And last one. Now we're going to stop the body and just notice how it feels. If you need to sit in something high. If you need to have the support, if you have knee issues or hip issues, you can have a support underneath you. If you're one of those that has been sitting for a long time, we're going to do a lot of release for the low back. Okay. Take another deep breath in. Also, if you don't have props, right now with you, I recommend you get some blankets and some pillows. If you don't have like bolsters or blocks, I recommend that. Okay. Take one breath. One exhale. We're going to start with the left fingertips down to the side. The right leg, the right, okay? You're going to think is the left because you're looking and the image is inverted. So that right leg is going to start to extend. So my left hand, my right leg. So my knee, when you look towards your fingers and your knee, they are at one level here, one leg. Flexing your right foot. We're going to reach the right arm out. And we're going to come down towards the floor. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, trying to touch your toes with the right hand. Or if you cannot find your toes, you're going to find whatever part of your leg. And we're going to keep doing some somatic movement here. To open. Exhale. Hands towards your toes. Now notice if you're bringing your shoulder up to your ear because you're so tense there. Alright? Now we're going to also drop the head. Take a breath in. Lift. Exhale. You're going to do the same thing with your head this way. Notice how it feels if you let your head heavy. Keep pressing the floor away from you though. Don't sink into that left shoulder. And then to come up, you're going to grab the head. Yeah, so you don't need to use your neck muscles. And then you're going to bring it down and soften your head towards that side. I recommend you to close your eyes because you already know what to do. We come down, fingers or forearm, relaxing the head. You pick up the head and you just let it melt. Maybe you're holding your toes, maybe it's underneath your leg. And then two more here, guys. Exhale. Relaxing the head. Pick it up and drag towards the other side. Beautiful. Come back. Right foot steps all the way to the front. Knee is facing up to the sky. Now the left hand holds the outside of that right leg. Right away, when you hook, there's this automatic feeling of lengthen. Shoulder rolls down. Sit bones down on the ground. That left leg should be heavy on the ground. If it doesn't, if it stays very far away from the ground, bring a pillow underneath. And then the left hand holds. Right hand goes all the way back, fingertips on the floor. Now, take it easy here, especially with your low back if you have low back issues or any herniated disc or sciatica problems. Fingertips on the floor, and then I want you to start to bend your right elbow. So that left hand is forward, the right arm is back. So you start to bend a little bit, so your seat can open more of the chest. You might feel the shoulder. Okay? It's not our easy twist, it's just a little bit more detail here. Chest is reaching, you don't have to look anywhere. You can keep your neck soft. Alright, now we're going to do something else. So my foot is underneath my right leg. So I'm going to slide it away, and with my left fingertips I'm reaching as far as my body can. But see my knee bent because I have that left foot protecting my hamstring. So I'm going to try to open my right arm all the way back. And then I'm going to swing forward. Take a deep breath and fold over that right leg. Inhale, taking the chest away from the leg, reaching the arm all the way over. And then again, exhale, a deep breath out as you keep coming closer to the leg. Not just by folding and rounding your low back, but from the hip joint, you folding. Inhale again, and exhale. If this becomes much for your shoulder, you don't have to do this with your arm. You can just open the chest and maybe keep your hand in your heart, just like this. So your hand leads your heart to open. Inhale, and exhale. Deep breath in. All right, now instead of we're going down, we're gonna pick up the right leg. Left hand holds the right foot out, and then you bring towards and on top of that leg. I know all of you are able to do this and this. If for any reason there was any circumstance that you can't do today, you can bring the foot forward, or you can have a support underneath that leg, highest level. So it's going to give that edge. Remember, your sit bones are the roots now. Okay, they are your foundation. So both sit bones down. Use your core muscles to lengthen your spine. And then with the right hand towards your foot or bottom of your left leg, we're going to twist to the other side. Alright, so what I'm feeling because of my arm length is a very nice stretch here that goes all the way from my trapeze and the front of my arm. But it's because my arm is straight. Maybe you have longer arms and you need to bend them. You do what feels okay for your neck. And take one more breath. Bring it back forward. So what we're trying to create here is a half lotus. It's not an easy pose if you have very tight hips or a problem in your knees. We're trying to create a triangle shape when you look down between your legs and your groin. And then you just give a little bit of momentum in that right knee. Just a little squeeze if you feel like there's space. And then you can come down maybe. Maybe your fingertips go forward. Maybe not. So as you guys know, I have a problem in that left knee. I had a couple injuries in that knee. Not through yoga, unfortunately. Because yoga doesn't give me when you're focused, nothing happens. It's just when you're not paying attention that things happen. So take another breath, roll those shoulders down, keep going. If you guys don't remember, I almost lost this leg by tubing the rope wrapped around behind my knee. And if I wasn't strong in my core, the rope lift me up and twist me, so I twisted myself to fortunately the right place. Otherwise it would have taken my leg off. So I was with raw skin all over until the front, almost like the front of my knee. Disgusting. But it healed pretty good. But trauma is trauma. We're gonna walk the fingers back if you're all the way down. Oh, it's gonna feel good. All right, let's do the other side. Now the left leg goes. Left fingertips down. Again, if you need the support because you have very tight hips, or if you like me that is bone to bone, is the structure of your body, you can feel it. You can feel when it's something tight because of your tissues and your ligaments, or you can feel if it's something that cannot go because of your bones. There is a difference. So you're gonna flex your feet, fingertips, remember fingertips and knee, and then we're gonna try to go down. Maybe you can bend your elbows, maybe you can go all the way to the ground, right? And then relaxing the head. Hello, hello, whoever just joined us. Hi guys. We're gonna come back, holding the head, coming all the way, letting the head be heavy towards that side. When you can't go any further, you're trying to touch your toes. I said try to touch where you can release. Now this side of my neck is way more tense than the other side. So I'm gonna hold here for just one more breath. And then we're gonna keep on going. Come back up. Hand and forearm comes down. You reach and relax the head. Maybe you're having so much tension in your shoulder. What you can do here, because you can't let your arm be here, you can always bring your hand behind your head. So it gives a little support so the elbow stays up. Now we're going to catch the head and go into the other side. Again, exhale and release. Alright guys, this is the last time. And then we slowly lift the head. Perfect. Now the left leg is going to go forward gently. Right foot still underneath right there of the back of the leg of the hamstring. So if you need to use something more, like a block underneath to lift your leg even higher, you can do this. In my case, I would do it because, like I said, I have this left knee with a trauma there, so I'm going to use this. I'm going to take a deep breath, right hand now in my left toes. I'm going to try to find my toes. Because your knees are bent, it's way easier, but I know you guys are good here. But if you can't, you can grab your ankle. Alright, now, see first if your arm is okay, if you bring it back. So we're opening here the chest. As we exhale, we swing the arm forward and then we come down towards the leg. Inhale, reaching it up and all the way over to the back. And exhale, gentle movement. Into the nose. And out. If for somehow your body already created space, always try to straighten your leg. If you don't shorten here into your back too much. Exhale. Last one, inhale. And then come back up. Gonna pick up the left leg. Right hand supports the left outer foot to bring that foot on top. Now, like I say, this knee is going to be way harder. I really tore one of my inside tissues in my knee, so this can never be restored. But you can feel less pain as you're lubricating those areas. So I have something here underneath my knee to support, so I don't have to go all the way down. You can stay here. Oh yeah, we twisted. So left hand can go to the right leg or holding the left foot. And then the right fingertips go back and you find a small twist. Now I'm pressing my knee to my hand, so if you kind of let it go of your shoulder, you can feel that nice stretch from growing from the trapezius here down to the outside and the inside of your arm. And you do what suits you. Your head, where are you looking at? And then you bring it back. Now the fingertips are going to go forward if there's space. If you want to stay just where you are, this is perfect too. So remember, both sit bones are still on the ground. You are not forcing. Just going with the smart, the intelligence of your body and your surrender, because your surrender is what is doing the pose, okay? It's not your tension, it's your surrender. In this particular pose, you need to allow the leg muscles to relax. So the hip muscles, your back muscles can relax, Maybe the shoulders can roll down. And then we can slowly back up. Take that leg. Bending both knees now. Now guys, because we did so much folding, it was a lot of stretch in the low back, so let's just release that by doing something like this. And I hope you have some blankets. So I already have my Christmas blanket folded like 2 times already. And then I'm gonna wrap and make a big round with a big little bolster, right? And that one's gonna be my low back. Bring really close to me. And again, if you don't have a blanket laying around, you can use maybe a pillow, okay? And then we're gonna go down. Now this should feel soothing. If it doesn't, it's because your herniated disc is giving too much uncomfort when your joints kinda, instead of flexing, are just, I forgot the name of that thing, extending. So they're contracting. The inside of your joints in your back is contracting. So if it doesn't feel good, you can lower, you can make one last round in your blanket. So here, have the arms to the sides, and just that little lift and that support for your low back can dissipate and start to release more. Hands facing up. Now you should feel some warm or cold sensation in your hips, or maybe even in your knees, because we're open. And of course mostly in the low back, because we used a lot of those folding and twisting and just bending. So a lot of the bending, the twists, and the folding has to do with the back muscles. So to keep on thinking about the neck and the shoulders, not just mostly on the neck here. Let your head go, move side to side. Every time I do this one, I just wish, I imagine having someone behind me just tossing my head side to side, so I didn't have to do it. It will be much more of a story if that happened. Taking a few more. Oh, beautiful. Now bending those knees, having your foot down, still with that blanket with a little lift. So it kind of like your rib cage kind of goes up. Bring your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers in a place that feels okay. So as you notice your upper back muscles, the muscles that roll with your spine, right? The most important muscles here that are supporting all your spinal nerves. So now find those muscles. Roll the shoulders down away from the ears. Keep your elbows facing up, and then really press your hands into your head and start to lift your head off the floor with your arms. You might feel today, and try not to let the shoulders roll back up. Drop them down so you're most focused in the muscles supporting you on the floor, okay? Then the bones of your scapula or your shoulder blades. So keep lifting, keep pressing your head forward so we can stretch all those nice places that are always full of tension in the back of the neck. Try to release your belly. You're not using your core for this one. And then one inhale, the last exhale, you start to lower your head. And then release here. Alright guys, arms going overhead again, but your elbows are bent, okay? Right leg straight, left a nice breath in, and then start to slide your right leg away from the center. And this one, I want you to slide as much as that your bone in your hips here, you know, that hinge, that it becomes your hip. It's a ball and that hole in your hip, so it's doing this. So as much as that leg can go to the side, and then you stop. This is all that I can do. So your toes are still facing the sky, okay? Now with the arms here, try to relax your chest, and then start to pivoting your toes to the right side. Now this is very intense for me, so I can't go deep in this one, because like I said, it's bone to bone. So the ability to twist here will be bigger if our knees were bent, but they are not. So this needs to be the whole rotation of the leg into the hip socket. So be gentle with this movement, and it's not always that we can do this, okay? So in this particular pose, have your chest relax, have that left leg relax. Maybe you're letting the knee go away from the center too. And then take one deep breath here. Keep engaging, keep trying to turn it out. Awesome. Now surrender and slide your foot back. We're going to lift now the right leg all the way up to the sky. Now feel that pressure in your back from that blanket or that pillow that is underneath you. Now bend your knee, get a hold of the front of the knee or the shin, and just press that leg towards your chest. Soften your neck and your shoulders. Release your foot back down, but keep your knees hips distance apart. You know what they are, right? The hips are not out, the hips are right kind of where your hip bones are facing. So now our knees are going to go towards the left side. Again, if you need support, you use the support underneath the leg or between your knees. So the knees are going to the left, and my arms are still overhead. Sorry, I always speak with my hands. So take a nice breath into this low back twist. Alright, we're not going to stay here for long. Keep breathing to your side. Now guys, please bring that right hand right in front of your left armpit. So you need to twist a little bit, right? Press that hand, lift to your left forearm, and then slide the right foot like towards your hand. If you can't grab, that's fine. You go all the way up, you grab your foot, and then you just pull it closer to you. Now you're going to start to feel the front of the leg. Come back down, use your props if you have to, and then we're going to take a deep breath, press the floor away, opening the chest, and reaching that arm. We're going to do 2 or 3 circles, big circles around with the right arm. So it goes in front of us, all the way. So now the shoulder blades are coming together, and then we circle all the way. Now separating the shoulder blades. That's what we're doing, almost a twist. One more time, inhale. We're in a variation of mermaid pose. And then exhale. That's just awesome. Now what we're going to do, we're going to lift the knees, bringing both feet on the ground, having both elbows on the floor, hands moving away. So the elbows are in, the hands are out, palms are down. Trying to swing side to side with your chest so it feels okay for your back as you hug the shoulder blades into the muscles, and then press your sit bones down to the floor. Remember that foundation, so you're going to press, so your pubic bone is trying to reach towards the ground. As now you're going to feel the front chest. And then we're going to exhale and come back towards the ground slowly. that place moved around your back, you bring it back where it suits you. All right, guys. Arms go overhead again. Now we're going to straighten the right leg. Before it was the left. Nope, I'm so sorry. We're going to straighten the left leg. Before it was the right. Giant inhale, giant exhale. Start to slide the left heel away from the center of your mat. And I hope you have some carpets there or more blankets so it's not too rough in your Achilles bone. Now flex your foot. So you open that leg as max as your body can. Okay, of course without pain. It's just a natural open of that hip. Now take it easy as you close your eyes and start to rotate your toes, your knees, and your hips out. Soften the belly and the shoulders. Soften your face and your lips. Taking one more breath in. Another one out. Relax the leg, bring your toes to face up, and bring your heel back to place. Pressing your right foot, lifting that left leg all the way. Exhale, bending the knee. Reach for the front of that leg. Surrender your chest. You pull it towards you a little bit. Maybe side to side. Relaxing your eyes, relaxing your cheeks. Oh my God, look what time it is already. All right, foot comes back down. Now we're going to swing the knees all the way to the right side. So every pose after the other has a meaning. You can't just bring some poses randomly when we're focusing on a restorative pose. The sequencing in yoga is what is the most important. So the arms are still overhead. I keep talking with my hands. Take a nice breath in. If you need some support here, please bring it between your knees or underneath that right leg. You're going to take one breath and then the left fingertips go in front of that right arm. You turn it a little. So you can press it and slide a right elbow in. Okay? Now take another deep breath in here. Trying to grab your left foot with your left hand, pull it a little closer to your butt, and then surrender your leg back down. So right now, you're going to know right away where you're feeling in the front leg. Relax that right. Breathe. You can always slide the elbow in more. So if you're feeling too much of your shoulder, now we're going to create some big, beautiful circles with that left arm. You can go over this way or you can go forward this way. Okay? As you open, the shoulder blades kind of get closer together. As you slowly fold, they move away. And as you press your right elbow down, there's a twist here into your core. Again, and then we open the chest, and then exhale, we fold. Last time, guys, inhale, and exhale. Done. So it's already 35 minutes into this practice. I could go for 1 more hour, but we can't. So we're gonna ready. You can do this as your Shavasana. This is what I'm gonna do as my Shavasana. Because of the sequencing that we did, again for the low back, we're trying to release the low back. So I'm gonna have. You can use the same little pillow, I'm gonna redo my roll here with this. I could use my bolsters, but I'm not, so you can see that we can do without. But I'm gonna use one of my bolsters for my foot. So I have one bolster here, and I'm gonna use a blanket to either cover me or to relax my chest or my cheeks or my face. So we actually going down and lay into our bellies. And this is gonna rest into our pubic bone, so it gives a little lift, just a tiny lift. Doesn't have to be big. I would prefer to be higher in my body, but that already gives you enough sustentability in your hip flexors so you can release your low back. Now here with this, I could use the way I wanted to for my chest, or you can use a pillow, you can fold your blanket so you can relax more of your head, or you can use for even more of a stretch for the neck if you want. Now this is where I'm going to spend my Shavasana, but if you want to just spend some minutes and then turn around and find your favorite pose, you can do that too. Now the idea of this pose, especially for the low back and everything else, is the release that you can have in your back body, but also the attention to holding the earth with your chest, with your arms, with the front of your legs. So my legs can be even more relaxed just by having something holding my ankles, supporting. I want you to close your eyes and pay attention to your shoulder blades. And completely let them rest. Okay? Let them melt into the bones here. Oh, I'm sorry, into the muscles. Now pay attention in your fingers and your fingertips. Notice the front and the back of your hands. Let it go of the skin of your chest and your belly. Let it go of the front of the legs, the knees, and the ankles. Letting go of the soles of your feet, the front, your toes. The back of the legs are just dissipating with so much relaxation. You are surrender by serenity. You are becoming serenity. Right now, nothing is taking you away from this peaceful, joyful moment. You might be able to feel your heartbeat pulsing in your chest. You might be able to feel the breath all the way opening up your lungs. You might be able to feel the juice created into your joints. You might start to feel the numbness in your extremities, so you actually know that you are letting go. Always your moment. nobody takes this away from you, because you are the one that has power to give freedom to your own self. Letting the arms and the muscles in the arms, your entire back, the posterior side of your neck, the anterior on the sides, your cheeks, your lips, your eyes, the front and the back of your eyes. That's actually what I recommend to you. You can always turn around and do your own thing, but with this feeling of peace. Thank you so much for sharing again and just being open to do a practice that is harder to do on your own, but is necessary. Christine, Monica, Janine, Rachel, thank you so much, guys, for joining me this evening. My heart goes to you in this holidays, and I really hope we can find more and more places of love, even with all the craziness happening. This is the time for us to find ourselves. Thank you, guys. Enjoy your evening, and hope to see some of you tomorrow.